morning an article that said, is DeSantis losing his grip on Florida? That's after, I guess, fellow Republicans have pushed back a little bit.
So first of all, I've never categorized as me having a grip on anything. I'm the governor, right? I discharge the duties of my office. I have the ability to set an agenda and deliver that agenda. And I can tell you, there's not another governor in the country that has delivered more than we have since I've been in. That's just the reality. Now, we've worked with people like Blaze in the legislature very well, and I think we'll continue to do that. But we're going to continue to be very, very successful. But I think the problem with, like, a lot of people, they try to make everything so political about, oh, you know, this person is dictating. No, the reason we've been successful isn't because I had a grip. It's because I was standing for things like the issue you just mentioned, like some of the things we've done with illegal immigration, like the economic policy that people recognize were good policy, and they wanted to see it. You know, if we're out there saying we're gonna fight Biden's border crisis, if Blaze were to be your senator and say he wanted to side with Biden, you guys wouldn't like that. Now, he would never do that, but the reality is you know, getting things done and really leading, and we're going to continue to be able to do that. So I've never been one to follow chatter at all. I do not care about it. I don't read. I don't read the chatter. I don't listen to the chatter. I don't do anything because the chatter changes, you know, on a daily basis. The news cycles change. That is not the way you can be a leader, by worrying about chatter. And Blaze mentioned during COVID navigating us out of that. The best decisions I've made as governor to say kids must be in school, every school has to be open, to say everyone has a right to work, because you know you had local governments, not here, but in South Florida, some others, they were restricting businesses, and so we did, you know, a couple months into COVID, we said no local government can restrict your right to work or operate a business. You can't fine people for not wearing masks or things like that. So all those decisions that really set the foundation for Florida to boom, because we were the free state of Florida, none of those were considered popular at the time. I had a lot, quite frankly, there were a lot of Republicans who were not supportive of what I was doing. Every Republican now says those were the right decisions. At the time, that was not the case. So if you listen to chatter, you're not going to be able to get the job done. So that's not anything I do. I don't conceive of my job in those types of terms that people like to do. I can tell you we're going to continue to be very productive. You know, we're going to be rolling out some more stuff, you know, over the next couple months. But, you know, this is election season. There's a lot going on with that. And I think Republicans in Florida are going to do well. We're clearly going to have a supermajority in the Florida Senate of Republicans still. And I think we're going to have a really big majority in the House. I think we're over 80 some now. Now, 22 was a high water mark. I mean, that was a massive landslide, and that you saw that up and down the ballot. So we'll see how 24 plays out, but I think it's going to be a good year, and I think we're going to have an awful lot to do when the dust settles on that. So stay tuned, and I hope to be back. I don't necessarily want to have to see anybody's roads flood or homes flood. So hopefully, knock on wood, you know, we get through. But I do know this: we prepare for that, and we're just now getting to the height of hurricane season. I think once you hit September, it's like that month is really, there's a lot of static out there. So we're prepared. We've done a lot. We did have Debbie, which was a relatively modest hurricane in terms of the wind intensity. We know that there could be stronger, more frequent ones as we get into this period. And so hopefully it doesn't happen, but we're always prepared for something major to happen. And I think there's no other way you can do it. So if you see me pop up on the Weather Channel at some point over the next 30, 45 days, you'll know that we're trying to get ahead of it, and are getting ahead of it. So we'll see what happens, and then we look forward to this Florida versus Miami game on Saturday. Should be good. Thanks, everybody.